Alright, hey, what's up guys, Blinks here, and welcome to Monster Hunter World. And welcome to How to Beat Monster Hunter World. So, with the holidays coming upon us, I figured, hey, what better time than now to release videos about this game and show you guys how to beat it, you know? Why did I wait, like, I don't know, 30 million years to do this? I don't know, probably because I was, like, not feeling it. But, I decided to go ahead and do it. I figured there really aren't any videos about this sort of thing out there, really, so I figured may as well. So, what we're going to be doing is going through every single boss in this game and showing you how to beat them with level equivalent gear and just getting general tips and stuff. So before we get into this fight, let's go ahead and just go ahead and get into this. This won't take very long at all for the first guy. I think what we'll do is we'll do both Great Jagrass and Kulu-Ya-ku in the first video here. They're both going to be pretty simple, very easy fights. Let me go ahead and show you guys what gear I recommend. So this is the beginning of the game. This is the Great Glutton. This is Great Jagrass. Very easy fight, very simple, but, you know, as a new player coming in, this might be a lot. This guy could give you some trouble, I'm sure. So, let's go ahead and, whoa, a little bit of lag there. Alright. I am on PC, by the way, but I am using a controller. I highly recommend, if you are on PC, that you use a controller. This game was always designed around it. This is the set we're going to be using. We're going to be using the basic Iron Hammer, the Bone set, because what that does is that gives us attack boost 1, health boost, Slugger, and honestly, early game, this is probably the best armor set you could use. Because it gives you 3 very useful skills, Slugger, health boost, and attack boost. Oy vey, my throat is not having a good time. It is winter, and it is cold, and the air is dry, and I hate it. So, the whole goal of this series is, again, just to go through every single boss in this game. I don't know if I will be doing these monsters in their high rank and G rank perspectives, because I feel like once I've shown you how to fight this monster once, I feel like at that point you should be able to do it no matter what rank it is, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. But mostly we're just going to be going through every single fight and showing you how to fight them. So here's Great Jagrass. He's a big iguana looking guy. And yeah, he has a very bad habit of doing that, so he's just gonna swallow this guy up. So this is actually kind of funny when he does this, and oh god, yeah, that's nasty. But when he does this, his belly is actually a weak spot now. So if we go ahead and start smacking this dude, you'll see that we'll be getting these orange hit markers. What that means is that we're doing proper amounts of damage. So you want to be hitting them wherever you're getting orange markers. Now, Slugger is going to be exceptionally helpful for us, and that's why I'm using the Iron Hammer, because if we hit him in the head, we can knock him out, and Slugger makes that a lot easier to do. Oh, jeez. Alright. He went for the big body slam, but we managed to side roll out of the way, so no big deal. He likes to do that body slam when he's puffed up like that. He's going to do a tail whip. As you can see, he's like slung his tail around a little bit there. He's going to roll over now. I got hit by that because hitboxes can be a little funky sometimes. Whoa. Important to remember, though, if you get knocked to the ground and you're just laying flat on your back, you are invincible as long as you do that. So, keep that in mind. I see a lot of people just immediately try to get up. There's a knockout right there. And that will just get you killed. So, lay on the ground until it's safe to get up and then go ahead. So, we want to just aim for his face here. And again, don't worry about, like, this guy does not have a ton of HP. A lot of the low rank monsters don't. So, don't worry too much if you feel like you're not hitting him a lot. Just make sure you get in there, get some safe damage, and you'll be good to go. Well, and it's important to remember that if we hold RT, you can actually run while the hammer is charging. So now we can stop and hit him like that. Important to make sure that we stop moving before we use the big strike. Otherwise, we will do this. We'll do a big spin to win move, which is not what we want to do. So he's probably almost dead. Now there is the Clutch Claw. For low rank, I'm not going to be using this thing a whole lot. Basically, I will show you it real quick here though. If we clutch onto him like that by holding LT and then pressing B, we can also shoot him into a wall real quick like that. Again, I'm not going to be using that a ton because this is low rank and it's really not necessary. But again, if you use the Clutch Claw, it's just a breeze. We can do that uppercut if we don't fully charge the hammer, so right about there. And this guy's pretty simple. Now, Kulu-Ya-ku is going to be a lot more tricky because you can actually do way more damage than Jagrass can. Also, very, very important to make sure that you have both Mega Potions and normal potions. Always have these on hand at all times. Never go into any fight at all without these things. I mean, that should be a no-brainer, but, you know. Again, new players, make sure that you always have Mega Potions. They're very easy to make and farm. All you need is honey and herbs, which are just super easy. There's a Pookie over there. We'll get to him later, but right now, we just gotta deal with that. We knocked over that little tree there, so that got him stuck in the vines. And again, this is very much just a matter of getting the heck out of here while these two fight each other. Okay, the Pookie poisoned him. Again, this is just a matter of not getting overwhelmed. That's really what this is just gonna boil down to here. We're just gonna sharpen this hammer because, you know, that makes sense. Now, I won't be going over, like, really in-depth things. This is just a general, like, this is how you beat this guy kind of thing. Again, Pookie we'll get to later. I am poisoned, and I don't think I have antidotes, but I'm not worried about it, so. As you can see, we're taking very little damage from that at all, and as long as we're away from him, he's not gonna be a problem, so we'll just... Might have to blind this guy. I do have some flashbangs. We're probably gonna need it. Yeah, we have to. Okay, good. He decided to screw off. Excellent. Alright, and this is why we're gonna need Mega Potions. Also, when you're potioning, you can move. You can run while potioning as well, which is fantastic. Yeah, so I decided to do this because, again, the holidays are coming up, and with Monster Hunter Rise coming to PC, I figured a lot of people would be wanting to play this game, and if you've never played it before, I highly recommend it, okay? This also, everything I'm going to say here applies to both PC and console. There are, like, minimal differences at best between the two, so keep that in mind. Let's see. So for new players, I highly recommend when you're on a quest like this, just to, whenever you can, grab some ore and crap. You're going to need it, so pretty good just to do while you're out and about. If you look in the top up left there, the top left of the screen by my name, you can see that there is a time limit, but again, this guy's almost dead, and to be quite honest with you, I'm not too concerned about that. I will show you guys the mounting mechanic here, so if we jump and hit this guy, we'll jump on his back. Now, depending on what weapon you use, this Pookie does not want to screw off, but depending on what weapon you use, you will have to hit them multiple times in order to get the mount. So keep that in mind. 1, 2, and triple gulp swing. He's gonna be stunned for a second here. Really hit him with a double pound. Fortunately, the Pookie did not hit us with that. Poor Great Jagrass is just getting absolutely wrecked right now. He's probably almost dead, so he should. My God. Good Lord, this is a clusterfuck. Alright, let's just get out of there. There we go. And Ooga Booga. Again, make sure not to get overwhelmed. When you've got like a couple monsters like this, it's very easy to like just not know what the hell is going on. So, very important to not do that. Whoa, okay, yeah. This Pookie does not want to screw up. We're gonna use a flash bomb. Those are just gotten from flash bugs, so that's all you need to make those. And he's dead, look at that. So that was a little bit, wasn't as clean as I would have liked it to have been. But again, with the Great Jagrass, the main things to remember are, be careful when you're at long range because he will spit things at you. When he gets puffed up, hit him in the belly. And just watch out for him to roll over on you and stuff like that. And watch out for the tail. The tail whip will be a problem. Aim for his head and his like arms here. Stay to like the side of him. You'll be just fine. And if you're having trouble timing his attacks, just come in, hit him like once or twice, and then just roll out of the way. So that's a good rule of thumb for most monsters in this game, is that if you can't figure out like their timings and crap easily, then just go in, hit them once or twice, and then just get out of the way. Go in again once, twice, out of the way. Now you saw right there I bounced off his tail. That is because our sharpness is only yellow. Very important to remember. Also, it is important to remember I am using my main character here, but that does not matter. So this is my end game. I've beaten everything character on this, but unlike most RPGs, you do not level up or gain like extra like experience or anything. So using level 1 gear means that my character is effectively just fresh out of the box. Very important to keep that in mind. A lot of people don't understand how Monster Hunter works, so it's important to remember that. As you can see, I only have 115 health and 100 stam. That is like basic stats. Again, very basic stats, just standard iron hammer, all that jazz. So let's go ahead and go fight Kulu-Ya-ku. This guy can give some problems, and that will be the final boss, I think, of this episode. Let's see here, Camp Crasher, Kulu-Ya-ku. So this guy is a little bit more trouble than Jagrass is for many reasons. The biggest one is that he will pick up a rock and then smash you over the head with it. That attack will do a significant amount of damage and probably kill you. So bear that in mind. There's also a Rathalos that is flying around. We'll get to him later. That guy can be a pain just to the nth degree. So this will be fun. Kulu-Ya-ku, very basic, similar concept to fighting Jagrass. You just want to smash him over the head with this thing until he dies. Now, I'm trying to remember where he spawns at. We might be able to see him here on the map. I don't see him. Alright, well, I gotta try to remember where he spawns then. I think he spawns, like, up over here somewhere. I honestly can't remember. If I have a tough time tracking him down, I will probably just cut to me finding him. But, shouldn't be terribly difficult. I mean, he's just a big bird, so. Okay, I know he doesn't go down there, so we're gonna go this way. I also highly recommend going around and exploring each map and getting a good feel for it. This is one thing I really do not like about World, though. The maps are... there's a Kulu-Ya-ku footprint. There he is. Okay, excellent. We're going to fast travel here. You may not have this camp unlocked yet, so don't worry about it. But you can fast travel between camps. You can also eat. I will not be eating because I have a max level kitchen, and that would just give me a lot of buffs that I don't think you would have, so I'm not going to bother with it. Now, this Kulu should be right over here. Mr. Yaku, there he is. This Kulu-Ya-ku, he's like a big dodo, I don't know, dodo thing. And we're going to hit him with the triple pound, like that. Again, just make sure that you just keep hitting the basic attack button, and that's what you'll do, is the triple pound with the golf swing. Hitting that golf swing is more important than hitting the full combo, so that's important to know. He's gonna run away. He's one of those monsters that does like to run away a lot, so he's gonna do that. Here's a little Paratoad. Very good to use if we can get him over here. Ah! Let's see if we can actually do this. There we go. Alright, perfect. So that will paralyze him. Now, do not touch that gas. It will paralyze you too. So just kind of sit back for a second. And just kind of wail away at him. Like, this is just how you beat him. Again, he is a quicker monster. He is much more agile than Jagrass. He's got that quick little, like, jab he does. Little lunge, just like that. He's gonna, yeah, do a little claw swipe there. Little peck. Doesn't do a lot of damage, you know, no big deal. This part though is where it gets dangerous. That rock will block attacks, and if he hits you with it, it will probably kill you. Actually, I'm gonna let him hit me with it just to show you. Like, it hurts. See, he'll put that up as a guard formation. the uppercut. He's gonna get all miffy. And by doing that with the clutch claw, we can actually weaken them, so he'll take more damage now on his back legs there. Again, it's not necessary in low rank, but it is good to do. Here's a little wiggly lachi, whatever the hell you call them. They will give you a stamina buff, so you can see my stamina bar just below my health bar in the top left there is glowing and like shimmering. Kind of see it like glowing there. That means I have like a stamina buff, so my stam drains away slower now and it regens way faster. Yep, so just kind of stay to the side of this guy. A lot of his attacks go straight, so... Uh-oh. Yeah, you see, that's the attack I was trying to talk about. And it will knock you out, so you see, that's the danger there. This is why Kulu-Ya-ku can be a very big problem for new players, especially. He can combo you and just wreck your face, so. It is important to know that you can lock onto a monster. And 2, there we go. There's a little uppercut. That's a good, like, close range. Like, if he's, like, over there and I need to get up on his face kind of move. Just like that. Uh-oh. Whoa! Yeah, you gotta be very careful with Kulu-Ya-ku. That does do a lot of blunt damage and will knock you out very easily, so you gotta be careful with that. Always make sure to keep moving when you're healing. Don't ever stop, and heal when you need to heal. You know, don't get in that trap of like, oh, I've got low HP. Always keep tabs on that. Can I tell you how many times I've just died and not realized that I was like at 1 HP? So he's gonna run away. That's fine though, because we need to sharpen anyway, because this thing is gonna keep bouncing if we don't. Now, there are a few other things he can pick up besides a rock. He can also just grab a pot, and he can also pick up an egg. I believe he can eat the egg and actually heal himself. I don't know for certain, but I believe he can. But the egg and the pot can be broken. The rock can as well, but it's not easy to do. Both the egg and the pottery that he picks up can be broken much more easily. Again, try to mine a little bit when you can. And don't be afraid to go into expeditions and free roam and like gather stuff. That's definitely a major part of this game. You're gonna want to do that a lot. Alright, let's wrap this up real quick. 1, 2, and 3. So he's drooling now. That means his stam is like just burnt and gone. Monsters have stamina as well. So after a lot of doing a lot of attacks and stuff, they will just get burnt out. They'll do, I think, a little bit less damage, and their attacks are like way slower. And they often leave themselves vulnerable when they're like that as well. So if you see the monster drooling and tired, that's a great like sign to like just get in on him. We're also breaking his parts as well. It's a very important component to this game. So damaging certain parts of the monster will break them, and certain monsters' tails can be cut off as well. Most monsters' tails can be cut off. I don't think Kulu-Ya-ku's can though. There is a little like guide in the. I'll show it off here once we kill this guy. There is a little like hunter's notes section where you can see all the drops and stuff, or all the breaks and stuff for monsters. We're just gonna hit him with one of these real quick, just to get him to drop the rock and also to pin him here. Now you want to be careful when the monster starts moving around. You'll start seeing this weird effect on your screen before the monster does like a move. Before he like jumps around. When you're riding a monster, you gotta be careful. They can throw you off. Oh shit. And that was just a ton of damage, so this guy's probably gonna die here. Now, if I hit A, though, we'll do this. This is like a big, massive, super damage attack, so that's important to know. As you can see, I did like 71 right there. And he's almost dead, so. Again, very simple, very straightforward. Just be very mindful of that rock, and it will block attacks. And don't underestimate them. That's the big thing about this game. Do not underestimate what you're fighting, because they will oftentimes surprise you and then wreck your face. But generally, as a rule of thumb with Kulu-Ya-ku, just keep to the side of him, and whenever you can, smash him in the face, and you should have no problems. Or at least, at the very minimum, you'll have minimal problems fighting him. Here's a fun little thing you can do. When he stands underneath that rock, we can hit it, and it will drop a giant boulder on him. There are a few more environmental things like that in the game. There are not a ton, but there are some. I am hitting that corpse, and it is making me bounce. I actually don't know what's happening here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, we kind of got a little screwed there. That Kestodon or something was blocking my attacks. So now he's in rage mode, so now he's really pissed. That is pretty dangerous. They get much more aggressive and do more damage, and their attacks fly out way faster. So you got to be mindful of that, but... And he's dead. But it's not too much of a problem, generally speaking. It's important to know, though, that monsters' attacks do change when they go into rage mode, so their combos do get longer generally. So let's say with Kulu-Ya-ku here, when he does his little claw swipe back and forth, instead of doing like 1, 2, he might do like 1, 2, 3. So just keep that in mind. Monsters, when they go into rage mode, get a little bit more tricky. So that's great. Jagrass and Kulu-Ya-ku, two very just basic monsters, no big deal. And we're using the bone armor and just standard iron hammer. Very easy to get. You should be able to get them right off the rip, no problemo. The bones for the bone armor, you get them from these bone piles here. You also can get them from fighting monsters, but you get them all, I believe, from the bone piles. So easy peasy lemon squeezy. And yeah, again, not too much of a hassle. The other few things I want to talk about, though, is to, you know, if you don't want to use the hammer because you don't like the way it feels, no big deal. Use any weapon you want. I still recommend the bone armor, because it does give you that attack boost and the health boost. As you can see, here's all of our rewards and stuff. We're just going to take all. Easy peasy. But definitely want to find a weapon that you like to use. They're all viable. I recommend almost all of them for beginners. I don't recommend the bowguns starting off because buying the ammunition for them will just drain your money, and early on you're gonna need that for upgrading weapons and armor. So I don't recommend those. But if you really want to, those are, you know, very solid weapons. Great Jagrass makes a really good shotgun, so, you know, go ahead and fight him, make his gun, and it's a really good shotgun. Anyway, guys, I've been Blinks. Those have been both Kulu-Ya-ku and Jagrass. Hopefully you guys enjoy and learn something. I'll see you guys all in the next one. Peace out.